Hello everyone, welcome to Foreign Farming in the Philippines. Thought I'd come out here and hang out with the chickens, just because I like hanging out with the chickens. They're out of feed. This pen is out of feed here, but it's going to be dark in about 20 minutes, so not too worried about it. I just like hanging out with chickens, that's all there is to it. They're starting to get a little bit crowded in this pen here. So what we're going to do is, it was always the plan to put another fence right along here and make another pen about the same size as this one. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to move forward with that. It wouldn't take Tata and I long to bust this out. And what I want to do is I want to move... Tiger, stop it. What I want to do is move the roosters out, separate the roosters out from the hens, because they're getting to that age where they're starting to get pretty aggressive. And there's quite a few in here in this first batch. I can see 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14. I can see 14 just right off the top of my head in this pen right here that need to be moved out. They're just too big and too aggressive for some of the less docile roosters and these little hens. So there's 14 in there, and there's 3, 5, 9 in here. So it's plenty enough to put in one more pen. And what we'll do after that, and they're only going to be able to keep them in there for like a week, unless we build another pen for them, because we've got another batch up there that's running out of, we're going to need the room here shortly. And after that, we're just going to turn the roosters out with the flock, and they're going to sink or swim, because we just don't have room to keep them pinned up. We may, now that I'm thinking about it, we may be able, I'm going to check with Tata and see just how much wire we have left. How much of this wire we have left, this bottom wire here. And if we have enough, or something close to enough to where I didn't have to spend 2,000 or 3,000 pesos on another roll, we might do this old enclosed garden structure. Just put screen around it and screen it in and put all the roosters in there. In fact, that would be a good plan. So I'm going to look around and see how much of that wire is remaining. We just went ahead and took down this fence that was separating the pens here, because the dogs were just walking through it like it wasn't there anyway. There's so many large holes in it. What do we got here? Now all these are full. Not full, but they've got chicks in them. So we've got 4 days until we have to move a group of these out, because we've got more chicks coming in. That'll help me prioritize things. So we've got 4 days. I mean, the extra pin down there will just be for the roosters, just so we can separate the aggressive ones out, or to move a group of these into. If I had that screened in fairly reliably, then we could move the roosters in there in this here, and we'd be able to move one of those batches into here. The screen doesn't have to be that high on this, just 3 or 4 feet, just like we had over there, will be enough. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top of it. I'm going to paste this off real quick to see how much we're going to need. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've ran into a tree. 7, 8. So this is about 25 feet by 8 feet, 10 feet maybe at the bottom. It's 25, 50, 70 feet. So we'd need 70 feet. The rolls here come in 30 meters, so that's 95 feet. So yeah, we'd need another roll of wire to go around this. We'll see if we can find it in the budget somewhere. Maybe we can sell a couple pigs and get the roosters moved into this, because we're going to need the pen that is yet to be built down there in that to move chicks into in 4 days. So if we're going to separate out the roosters, and you know, the reason a lot of you guys might be asking, why don't you just turn the roosters out here and let them run with the rest of the flock? Well, for one reason, they're not dog smart, and for another, these adult chickens, you think there's bullying going on now, especially these roosters. It would be brutalization on a whole new scale for several days. I'm more worried about the dogs than the rest of the flock. Haven't even counted to see how many we have left. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29, and there's one over there with a couple chicks, so that's 30. So we've got 30, and there's 3 roosters left, I think. The broiler rooster and 2 of the Kabir. So we got 27 hens left. I sure am glad I'm hatching them off. Now it's going to be the struggle is going to be to get them in a pen. You know what? There is chicken wire at the bottom of this. I wonder how far this goes around. We could use this chicken wire, because this main fence is just, it's not holding anything out. Main wire still, chicken wire still going. Still going here. Well, shoot, there's enough chicken wire on this fence to enclose that. So that's what we'll do. We'll just pull this chicken wire down if there's enough. That's only 2 feet high chicken wire, so if there's enough, we'll double it and make it 4 feet high. And get this done for the new roosters. In fact, that's a pretty big pen for 22, 25 little roosters. We could half this in half and put the next crop of little roosters in it too. So that sounds like a plan to me. We'll go around the outside of this with the chicken wire and then partition it in the middle. I'm liking it. Something else to put on the list. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.